Alright. What's going on, people? We are live. I got a mess here, but we're going to take care of it. Today, we're not going to be on too long. Got a lot of stuff going on this week coming up. And like I said in the description, I will be back next Tuesday. If I can start one on Monday, I'll be back Monday evening. If I have enough time, I'll go live. But right now, what I am going to do is I'm going to just put the Sherpa Mini Extruder together. I got a bunch of this stuff. You guys want to see my mess up here, but I think I'm ready to go with it. So the Sherpa Mini is going to be my extruder. This is a Phytex LDO pancake motor. That's what we're going to be using. This belt off. Alright. Have my Sherpa parts all printed out, ready to go. So we're going to get started. So the first thing I think we want to do is, let's see. That's the bag. We want to add our bearing in there. Okay. That's in there. That's as flat as it's going to get. That's the bearings in there. Don't want to lose anything. Alright, so we're going to take our filament gear wheels. I think they're both the same size. We got some lock screw. We got a lock screw in there that's pretty loose. Get to that. Small bags. So we got the gear bearings for not spill everything that I have over here on the ground. Alright, so we got the gear bearings here. I'm gonna take out the one with the lock screw on there. So we'll take the actual Sherpa and the main gear. Got a lock screw in there. Don't want to lose that. See if it goes anywhere on here. Nope. So let me get my file, because he said file this down maybe just a little bit so you don't have any rubbing on the actual pancake motor. Oh, okay, T. What's going on, T? How you doing, sir? So I'm gonna go ahead and file this down a little bit. It said maybe like a half a mil, just so it doesn't mark up the pancake motor and cause too much pressure and it doesn't spin correctly. Let me see if that caused any clearance. I'm just gonna put this on for a second. I wanna match the pancake motor up to it just to make sure. All right, so we good. That must have been taken care of, because right now I'm not getting anything coming out the back, and I only filed it down, not even a half of millimeter, not even a quarter of a millimeter actually. So okay, so we're gonna take the gear, put it through the actual Sherpa body. We will take the grab gear, put it through, look for the flat spot. What we're doing is looking for the flat spot in the actual gear. There's a flat spot somewhere in there, if you can see it. right there. So we're gonna put that in there. Put the gear on. Then you want the set screw that's on here lined up with the flat spot. And this isn't the one with the set screw. This is the one with the set screw. So we want the set screw location lined up with the flat spot. I got it in there backwards. Put it on this way. Let me see if I can get. I think this is small enough for this set screw. Just want to make sure. See if I can zoom in some more for you guys. I'm sorry. That's as close as I can go. All right. Put this down for a second. Flat spot, keep that right there. And make sure the set screw lines up with the flat spot. Grab my set screw, just right here. In there, it's in there. This is gonna be a pain. I'm trying to keep. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna keep it on, just tight enough to hold it in place slightly, right? All right, that's cool. So our next objective is, what do we have now? I gotta find the front of this Sherpa Mini, I'm sorry. Thought I put it up here. There I go, skirmishing through the things. Oh, there it is, it fell. All right. So I'm gonna put the gear on here. The bearing on the front. In here. Squeeze that in there. Flew out over there. There you go. 1 second, that bearing flew over there. It ain't going far. Nevertheless, I think I have another one somewhere. That's unfortunate. 1 second. Let me grab something. don't have another one in that pack, but so I gotta find this one. Excuse me. Wow, that thing rolled out of my hand and I could have swore it landed right there. Whew. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can do this anyway. We're not going to be able to completely do it because the bearing that just popped out of here, that's what lines this up with, you know, so that it can remain straight. And then you do all your adjustments in order to get the filament through. So that's the reason why, you know, and this wasn't supposed to be a long, drawn-out thing, but okay. Maybe it rolled back here. Hopefully it didn't roll on the floor because I'll never find it. Didn't hear it drop, so maybe that's a good thing. All right, here it is. Okay, here we go. So, try and pop this back into place. Sorry about that, you guys. So I'm trying to pop this into place without losing it again. All right, and for this, just going to use some grips. I'm trying to do it this way. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Looks like, no, it's not even on that side. There we go, now it's even. All right, so we're gonna put we have our filament guide going through here. We'll put this through that shaft. So where that bearing that it took so much time to look for, it's just to create that movement in the front with the shaft to keep the gear rolling. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some small M3. As small as I can. These might be M3 by 8s. I don't know if that's too big. It might be too big for this. Really should have went M3x6, but let's find out. Yeah, they're too long. So we're gonna have to go M3x6. I think I have a bunch of them with the round heads. So M3x4s, we got some small ones here. So I think I got a bunch of them with the round heads. I might do everything round head on this because you definitely need a round head screw on the front side of it, on that side. Let's see, go as small as I possibly can. See if these work. There we go. Don't need that, put that back in there. See if that goes through everything. Yes, it does. Let's see if we can find a piece for it. Move all my adapters over here, make sure I don't forget where they're at. Small. Alright, cool. Alright, so that fits. Let's get this out of there. Went short M3s right there because the heat inserts, it does match up with the heat insert. So okay, so here what I'm going to do here, in order to get that to go down, I'm gonna cut a piece of filament. Do I have a piece right here? I got a piece right here. So in order to match that up, I'm going to put a piece of filament through here. Come on, man, focus on what I'm doing. Focus on my hand. All right, so I'm gonna put a piece of filament through here to put it, to kind of guide it through. Okay. Alright, so that's already loose. I just want that to line up. Just want that to line up over where the filament runs. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna tighten it up. Tighten up that lock screw right there. So that's cool right there. Okay. So I'm gonna put that back on there, see if it's time to even do that. There we go. So we got the back piece on there. Alright, we're gonna take, let me see if this is the rod. I'm looking for the rod that goes through there. This is it. So we're gonna take one of these. Place it along the shaft. Put it inside of here. and however we put this on there, the gears have to meet up. So I'm gonna put that in there and snap that into place. All right. I said I could never be a surgeon, y'all. All right, so that fell right there, and that is there. Okay, cool. So, like I said, this goes on the shaft. It's a little piece right here. You can see, I'm trying to keep everything in focus for you. This goes inside of the idler gear, right? The gear's going on this way. You want, why it's focusing way back here? You want the gear to meet up with the other gear so it snaps on in place like that. All right. Trying to focus this. There you go, so it snaps on in place like that. Okay. We're going to put, we're not going to do that just yet because you got to put the pancake motor on first. All right, so the motor goes on here. On the back end, I'm trying to see which way I should have it. Should I have it this way so that the wires are run down? That's fine. So right here on this side, you need a round head screw. Pretty sure that's too long, and it can go all the way through. It doesn't matter how long. Doesn't matter how long it is, because it'll come through and go through the threads on the back of the pancake motor. So I just don't want to use these. They're too long. And nothing stand in place for me. So these will work. These should work. All right. So like I said, it doesn't, the other places on here, it doesn't matter if you use a round head screw, but this one definitely does, because that's where your idler arm goes and you don't want it to get caught up on a hex screw. Put this one on this side as well. Make sure that goes in there straight. Put this on here. Go. Cool. So, all right, we're gonna keep it slightly loose because we gotta. Once we get it into place, we'll keep it slightly loose because we gotta adjust the way the gear from the pancake motor hits the gear from the Sherpa. So So loosen that up even more. Doesn't even look like I have any play with that. Okay. I don't want to loosen it up too much, but like I said, it doesn't even look like I have any play with it going up and down. Just looks like it's on the actual motor. I'm trying. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is put some pressure on here. Not a lot, just some pressure, and tighten up these screws. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. So now that's all tight. I'm gonna put the idler arm on. The idler, I'm gonna put it through here. We're gonna take this this longer rod right here and push it through here to go through the idler. Make sure I'm getting through it. See if I got anything to grip this with and push it. There we go. This has got to go all the way through to the other side. Make sure it's lining up. Where's my trusty little hammer at? Roger that. Roger that. Looking for my hammer. That hammer is always around me, but see if I can knock it with this. No. Just keep trying to spin it to clean the hole up a little bit and push it through. Make sure I'm lined up. Hit it with a hammer off there if I'm not lined up. Use a grip. I'm gonna try not to break this thing. Yeah, that's definitely gonna break it. Can't see it. Pull this out. Looks like we're stuck. This was supposed to be fast and easy, y'all. Give me 1 second, let me find this hammer. hammer. Okay. I'm looking for my little mallet. Try and give it some impact and knock it in. But for some strange reason, I moved it. So, I don't have it. I can't accurately hit this thing, so I am going to try to okay. I don't want you guys to see me off camera what I'm doing, but if you can, I can't. Just real tight tolerances on these holes. I'm actually hitting it. It's coming through. If I had the hammer, this would have been a bit more accurate. So I'm actually using this to hit it. Okay. All right, so that's just supposed to go all the way through the other side. This I'll finish doing that later, but this idler, you know, that's just for to relieve the tension if you want to pull it in and out. Okay. So that's that. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. I'll do that later in my own time. So we're going to take the washer and the spring and grab our gear to pull it in. Move the stuff out the way. I think I need to slow down a little bit because I'm in a rush. I have to get to a meeting and place that. So we're going to take this. I'm pretty sure the setup. Let's see, I'm pretty sure the setup goes spring, washer, and I may be off with this, but we'll see.
You have 25 events on May 1st, 2025.
All right. I'm not taking this idler back out if that's what it wants me to do. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so basically there it is. Oh my God, man. This was supposed to be the simplest thing. And I appreciate you guys bearing with me going live, man. When I'm running the hiccups, I'm running the hiccups, man. So, I'm gonna show the setup on here. I am actually going to show the setup on here. But as you guys can see, I need to finish getting that rod through. But I don't think it'll bother anything right now. So this is the way it's going to be set up on the hot end. Put the spacer in here on the back end. All right, so put the spacer here on the back end. And then we're going to put the 2 screws through here. So I'm not going to do that right now because then there's a PTF tube, PTFE tube that needs to go through here, going into the actual hot end chamber. So I got to cut that and then put that there and line it up. And then we go with the extruder. Like I'm just getting on live right now. If you can see, I just wanted to put this Sherpa Mini together. It doesn't work like a tutorial for me because I always end up having issues. So, and that's just me fidgeting. My hands are never steady and stuff like that. So stuff is falling and things of that nature. But yeah, absolutely, Butterfingers. It happens to me all the time. So, yeah, and then, you know, losing certain parts. But I just wanted to show how I was going to put that together. The PTF tube, and I have it in, I have to get it up there, measure it, put it into place. But I also want to keep getting that rod through there. It was supposed to move through there a bit smoother than that, but the tolerance was so tight on the hole that I guess it just wasn't happening. But I'm glad nothing broke it. It's a strong print though. What's up, Brent? How you doing? 981 Mini keeps curling. Have no glue. What MWC, your what do you mean it keeps curling? When are you talking about when the actual when it does it change the at the 4 where it meets up at the tool head where the 4 PTF tubes come together? Is that pulling out of place? Because if that's the case, you have to open up that connection where the 4 for the A1 or the A1 Mini, you have to open up the 4 PTF tube connection at the hot end, and kind of like the grips, the little metal that they have in there to grip your PTF tubing, it needs to be flattened so that when you push your PTF tubing in there, it can grab it. But if that's the case, but if you're having curling, like as far as your first layer on your print, what you might want to do is either use glue stick. I personally use Aquanet. I think that's the most beneficial. Like, it helps for anything that super sticks, and it helps for anything that doesn't stick well. Because if you have a PEI bed, a fresh PEI bed with PLA, it won't stick that good. But if you're talking about curling, that's how you will work with that. All right. So this was a short live, and it has to be short. I actually am going out of town tomorrow, so I have to get ready for that, and also I have to get ready for some other business. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you got any questions, you can hit me directly. You can even reach me on the email at info@jedovishop.com. That's info@jedovishop.com. shop.com, and you can reach us directly. You can reach me directly, and we can talk 3D printing. You know, maybe we can help each other out. I'm always looking for help on here as I'm going through this. And when I go live, you can actually see how much, you know, I actually go through. And when I put the tutorials together, I've been through this process, like the process where I'm running in and out the room. You should see my step counter on my watch when I'm actually doing something on these 3D printers. So, thank you everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Happy printing, people. Later.